Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Materials Recycling Facility ribbon cutting ceremony. This facility is operated by Waste Connections, and we are in Jefferson Parish, Louisiana. I'd like to invite Rachel Scavira, the Waste Connections Recycling Manager, to come up and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Rachel.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Rachel. And now we're going to have some opening remarks by our parish president, Cynthia Lee Shang. Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you. This is really such a great day to be here today, that this facility is open. We want to thank Waste Connections. Clay, thank you very much, Rachel. You know, recycling is such an important part of what we do, and we lost it a little bit after Katrina, and then we want to encourage everybody. What you see here, the aluminum, the plastic, it's before its next life, right? So cardboard, I'm told, and I think somebody might go over these numbers again, but 677,000 pounds of cardboard has come through this facility since opening in May. That is, the next level for that is chipboard or cereal boxes or your printer paper that you use or paper towels or tissue. The aluminum cans, 223,000 pounds, that's new cans or your car parts or your bicycle parts. And plastic, which 2 million water bottles have come through. They make pellets, they turn that into fiber. That is, of course, new water bottles or your clothing or your sleeping bags. So recycling is such an important part. We're very proud of the program. We're so glad that this facility is now open. It makes the processing so much easier to be, again, right here in the parish. When we lost the other site, I want to congratulate and thank you all for doing this site here within the parish. I want to acknowledge Catherine Costanza and Christine. Catherine is our Environmental Affairs Director, as well as our Public Information Officer, our General Services, and our Recreation so much. But really, today is important, and it's about all these things that our citizens recycle, put it in those green bins, and that's where the process starts. When you're consuming it or you're using it, and then it goes into the green bins. All of this here in this facility is on its way to its new life. So it's very critical for us in Jefferson Parish to recycling. All this material is staying out of our landfill, and we're being a much more sustainable community in doing those behaviors. So thank you so much, and thank you for partnering with us on this.
Thank you, Cynthia, and I'll be echoing some of Cynthia's excellent remarks. My name is Christina Duggar, and I am the Waste Diversion and Recycling Program Manager for Jefferson Parish. Now, this materials recycling facility, it's critical infrastructure for recycling. Without this, we cannot recycle. You are part of it. When you put it into your bin, you recycle at the curb, the trucks take it here, and then the facility actually sorts the materials by hand, bales it, the bales that you can see behind us, and markets those. Jefferson Parish has offered a continuous recycling program for about 25 years, give or take the downtime from Katrina. And we're just so happy that we can continue recycling with the addition of this materials recycling facility right here on the Westbank on the Harvey Canal. It wouldn't be possible without Waste Connections. So, like Cynthia said, since this facility began operating in May of 2020, we have recycled 1.25 million pounds of materials. And that's all material that we can divert from our landfill. I want Jefferson Parish residents to feel confident that when they're recycling, when they set out their bin, that it's actually coming to this facility. There's some really hardworking employees here that sort this stuff by hand, and it is getting marketed, it is getting sold, and we are recycling in Jefferson Parish. One thing that we have to concentrate on is reducing our contamination by not only rinsing our bottles and cans, but only recycling what the facility accepts. And that's going to be number one and number two, plastic bottles, corrugated cardboard and boxboard, aluminum and steel cans, as well as mixed paper. And your mixed paper is your newspaper, your junk mail, your office paper. And please note that Just because an item has a recycling logo on it doesn't necessarily mean that you can recycle it at this facility. You might be able to recycle it in other parts of the country, but always check with your local municipality to see what they recycle. And you can go to jeffparish.net and find out what we recycle after this press conference, after this ribbon cutting ceremony. And with that in mind, like Cynthia said, we need to preserve our resources and we need to preserve our lifespan of our landfill. When you purchase something, be mindful that the expression throwing it away really doesn't exist, because there is no such thing as away. It has to go somewhere. And the more we recycle, the longer we can preserve our landfill, and that will essentially keep costs lower for our residents. If you live in unincorporated Jefferson Parish and you wish to participate in the program, you can call the Department of Environmental Affairs at 504-731-4621 and request a bin and information about recycling. You can also visit our website, www.jeffparish.net. And also, I will say that if you would like us to come out and speak, whether virtually or in person at an HOA meeting, a civic association, a school, church, what have you, any kind of gathering to teach your people about recycling, we are happy to be that resource for you. Thank you so much. And with that, I'd like to introduce Clay Richardson, who's the District Manager of Waste Connections. Clay was essential in getting this MRF opened, and we couldn't do it without them. Thank you, Clay.
Thank you, Christine. Last year, when we decided to start looking into this MRF, another MRF across on that New Orleans line was going out of business or closing down, and their rates had gotten just extremely too high. We mentioned it to our division vice president, and he says, we're going to build a MRF. And people right now in times are not building MRFs. The price of cardboard and papers and plastics has dropped tremendously with the exports to China, but he said we're building a MRF, so we built a MRF. We put it's not a huge processing MRF that possibly we could look at in the future, but it was to handle the needs of Jefferson Parish and our contract with the parish. And with the help of Jefferson Parish and people there in the community, we located these two smaller buildings. We weren't able to get anything bigger to put it all in one, and it's worked out fine. We made it work. We got our equipment from some of our other locations throughout the country and got it moved in, and some employees came in and helped us move. We put in a sort line that y'all can see when we leave, a baler. And also we've employed 30 more people from Jefferson Parish to pick up our recycling and to sort it over here. And it's done a good job. And I've told Christina, throughout the country where we operate MRFs, we had our coordinator for the company came in, and he said Jefferson Parish material is cleaner. The recycling material is cleaner than a lot of other areas that we do work. So in the past, everybody, kudos to y'all for doing a good job of promoting it and pushing it. But there are things during Christmas holidays to be aware of and to pay attention to. Is styrofoam inside of boxes, like when you order a TV, or if you get a present that has plastic, please don't stuff it back in the box. Put it into your garbage receptacle and pick it up with regular trash. But with that being said, thank you, President Chang and the council and the parish of Jefferson Parish for allowing us to put this together and continue on recycling.
Thank you, Clay. Thank you, President Lee Shang. Now we will cut the ribbon.
1, 2, 3.
Woo!